Yeah, bro, my name Ken. The king of shade, I get 10. A heavy weight on these baby lungs, I megatope with the pen. I said it once, I said it twice, and bitch, I'll say it again. Your rap's alright, and that's cool, but mine are better. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of King TV. I am your host, African Santana, and this is the Rap Factory. Today, we're going to be getting into a lot. Now, remember I told you guys before in the pilot episode that I will be talking about very vulnerable things. I'll be very transparent with you guys. Well, this is one of those weeks, and my lashes are not looking good right now, but I don't care, guys. We're going to get into some real tea. Today with me, I have co-hosting my ace, the real Jade Bourgeois.
Hello. You guys can follow me on IG at the real ace Jade. It will be underneath here.
Inserts. Hashtag. Inserts.
Right.
Username. Oh.
So, what are we talking about today on King TV? The King TV.
So, we're going to be talking today about self-empowerment. Now, this is something that you guys know I'm very, very into. If you know me, then you know how I am. You know how I move, and I'm all about self-empowerment. And that first establishing an intimate relationship with yourself and a relationship with God before you try to do that with someone else. Mm-hmm. Because things can really bite you in the ass long term, and you just fuck, chopped, and screwed. You see what I'm saying? Behind somebody else's son. And we're not gonna even get into that. But before we get into that whole open forum discussion about self-empowerment, which I will like for all of you guys to come in on the comment box and, just share, your thoughts. We want to hear you guys being vocal about things going on in your life. We're here. This is an open heart-to-heart space at all times. You know how the girls give it. I don't hang in a flock of birds. Just any flock of birds,
but we ain't that birds.
We ain't those birds. We're ducks.
We the pinkies up type birds.
Right, we're ducks. We hang in a gaggle. You see what I'm saying? My goals.
We're swans. I don't like ducks. We're swans.
Same shit. Ducks are too kind. Right. You see, right. My personal piece of bourgeois, and now you guys see why this is. But before we get into that, I just want to give you a little overview of how Pride was. Thanks. Special shout out to the Hedrick Martin Institute, HMI, and HMI Cons for this outfit. I'm going to have Jade.
Before I talking about HMI, I also want to say that we're both part of HMI. We're both part of the dance program. Mm-hmm. We are looking for preferably girls, but we're also looking for males as well, just for our new dance team. Between the ages of 18 and over. We'll be doing heels on heels, hip hop, jazz. It's a little bit of everything. But
and special shout out to my boy Dior. That is my
Dior.
Fabulous. Yes.
I fucking love you.
Right.
Mwah.
Right. That bitch keeps a bitch booked, busy. We're not even gonna get into that. I just got finished doing a Coach commercial with Coach. Thank you, HMI, for getting me booked for that gig. You can actually find it on the official Coach Instagram page. It was a production for Pride. I believe I'm in 2 scenes. I get my little 15 seconds of fame, but you'll recognize me if you see me.
Okay. That's how we do it.
I did a commercial with Makeup by Gigi Gorgeous, and that came out really well. I'm struggling to open this Black and Mild cigar with my nails on. As you can see, we are really, you see how we're still birds? Tacky as fuck. We're on television right now, and we're rolling blunts. We are eating snacks. But listen, we're just sharing our experience with you guys and how we move at the Rap Factory. Right. This is King TV. This is a day in the life of the King of Shade.
But let's go back to Pride.
Right. Let's stay on track.
Right. So Pride, for me, this is my first Pride. Unfortunately, I didn't make it to the parade. I was so caught up in
sleep.
Right. I had to.
The bitch was about to make up an excuse when she was asleep. I'm there like, Jade.
I was like, I'm not going. I think I told you, I was like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, I'm tired. Sleep over everything. That's what I do.
I hate this bitch.
I came I was so excited. I was just like, yo, I'm so excited for this parade. I was talking about the parade for like a month, and I didn't go. superficial side.
But you know what's also like something that, and I feel like these chips, I can see you guys seeing me the way you see me, like through the tablet, and it just looks really tacky to have this just red back. The fronto isn't tacky, but the chips is tacky. Okay. So we're gonna take the chip off camera.
Damn. Okay, well, after my blunt, I'm definitely eating my jalapeno poppers.
I hate her.
I'm being so blunt, like so real with you, like.
Okay, well.
On my coffee cake.
Pride for me is not the parade. Now I know the girls are gonna gag when I say that, but the parade to me is not the fattest part of Pride. I like keying and high with the girls on the pier and smoking blunts with the trade and you know, because that's something to look at. You know, everybody's dancing, and I love how people incorporate their nationalities and their ethnic culture with the culture of being gay.
Like, Scottish people, we met people from like Australia, England. Yeah. I'm like, people are coming out all over. Oh, we met a Colombian guy. He was taking, we had a whole photo shoot.
A whole photo shoot.
In the middle of the street, like he was just like, you guys are just fab. Like we were just with. Oh my god, all the girls that we were with, we met this one girl who, she's a trans woman, and oh my god, she's slayed my whole life.
Breathes life into you. Just by being her. She's a Sagittarius and they normally do that.
By the way she was walking, like she had the Naomi Campbell walk, like she was just gliding, and she was just so sexy, and I was just like, oh my god, you're giving me shit, like the chills, girl. Like, oh my god, like it was such an experience.
Yeah, and even the days leading up to Pride, like we recently went to the beach, you know, we had fun. I did a little To Exist photo shoot, and later on I'm going to share with you guys a poem. When I do post that shoot, I will share a poem that I wrote about what it means to exist. Well, back to Pride. And anyway, sorry, her daughter, my niece, interrupted us with a little phone call, but it's okay, guys, because we sent her on a little date later, because
to show her what a real man is.
Period. But we're gonna get into self-empowerment. We're gonna get there.
Self-love.
Yes.
Love for yourself.
Because we practice what we preach.
Listen.
But we need to get it out to a larger audience.
Thank you.
And if once we start a movement of just bossing the fuck up and getting to your own shit.
Yo, it's the craziest thing. It's just about learning to love yourself so that another person can love you as much as you love yourself.
Right. That's all it is.
Everyone will be like, yo, Jade, you're crazy. Jay, you're this, Jay, that. No, like, I love this shit out of myself. And I'm fucking great.
And some call it vanity. I call it sanity. Why am I wrong for loving me? Loving the way I look. Loving what God gave me to bring to the table.
Right. This is all natural, baby.
Right. And when you know what you bring to the table, you're not afraid to dine alone. And I'm meeting, like, I meet my gems, I meet my dolls, you know, and I invite them to the gaggle, and I invite them to Key and How with me and my girls, and see how we move. But oftentimes we find ourselves met with people who can't keep up only because they're used to being treated less than what they deserve. Right. When we meet someone who doesn't know how pretty they are.
We look at them and we're like, yo, you gotta know. And we try to, like, empower them and encourage them to, you know, find that, like, that love for yourself, for themselves.
And it's not even all about love for yourself. Respect for yourself. Because when you respect yourself, there's only but so much you'll let a person do to you anyway.
Right. One thing that my mother used to say is be respected and respectable. And I kid you not, I always remember that to this day. And now, like, I used to tell her, like, yo, be quiet. Like, I'm always respected and respectable or whatever. But it's just like, when I started growing up and I started, like, realizing other people, like, you know, talking to other people and being around other people, I'm like, a lot of people either A, don't respect themselves, or B, they don't know how to respect others, or C, they don't know how to respect themselves or others.
Right.
So it's just like, you know, like, it's crazy to me. And it was just like, you know, always listen to what your parents tell you for the most part, because later on in life you're gonna realize, like, okay, they weren't just like
bullshitting.
Yeah,
I'm learning that now. And Mom, wherever you are, if you're watching this, which I doubt, you're probably watching this now, but when you watch this, just know I love you, and I thank you. Right, I thank you for all that you've instilled within me, because if I didn't watch my mother sleep alone for 10 plus years just because she wouldn't take anything that was less than she was deserved, I would be dumb to move differently. And I'm no longer in that stage where I'm looking for a man or a woman or an anything to fulfill that desire in my life, because there's no longer any. Yeah, that was.
Oh, hi, you good? You know,
yeah, that was Mo Dallas. He's here to explain why he fucking.
No, they ain't seen nothing. What's poppin'? You know, we chillin', vibing. You know, King TV is popping now. So everybody that's watching it, hey, turn up, hey.
All right, bye. Get off my show.
Hey.
Bye. And close that door, because it's loud and we're recording. Oh, Uno and Damavi, y'all better come say hi, too. Oh, wow. All right, guys, we're so sorry for the interruption. My little baby. She's on TV with me. Anyway, let me spark this cigar. But yes, self-love, self-empowerment. Oh.
It's always better to love yourself before you love anybody else, because like you also don't want your insecurities rubbing off on anybody. I personally had that happen to me where I had something good, and because of my own insecurities and past relationship traumas, like that's led to me like, you know, self-sabotage.
And we've all been able to say at some point in our life that we were the reason why we lost out on a good thing. Again, here with the shades. I'm still training myself where the shades are concerned.
King of shade.
Yeah, you know what it is. But yeah, like at some point in your life, you have to just hold yourself to a higher standard, a higher regard. Robbie, come say hi to King TV. This is my I shouted him out on the last episode. He's a recording artist here. Promote yourself. Let them know your Instagram. Say hi, everyone. That's Rob.
Rob the Rich.
Right.
Oh, cool. But no.
We're gonna tagline his username too. Definitely check his music out. He's fire. One of the hottest features here at the Rap Factory. You definitely want him on your music. He charges for his features, I believe. You know how the Kango gets down. But like here, and being here at the Rap Factory as well has taught us a lot of self-empowerment and self-love, because the people that we surround ourselves with are very respectable of us and our craft, how we move. They know Jade for being what? A businesswoman first. Business does not get mixed with pleasure, and she's had some people here hit on her.
That's not their business.
Listen, I spilled
I'm
the
a
tea.
businesswoman, though. I'm the businesswoman of the group.
Let me see that light.
You. I'm very business oriented. Orientated? Fuck? Can't say nothing.
Business oriented.
There we go.
But yeah, like, just please, guys, I'm always preaching love yourself, because if you don't, a man will make you feel less than. I have this line in one of my songs where I was like, you pretty little fine thing, boss up, man, go get the bag. You grown and don't need bums giving you orders like your fucking dad. And it's like, it's so, I rap the life that I live. There's no man in my life that tells me what to do, period. The way I move is the way I move. If you add value to me, then you add value to me, period. But if you're just giving me good sex and pennies, I can go to anybody for that. We're constantly telling these females, look, if you want somebody who's going to do that, we know guys that will respect you and give you that. You see what I'm saying? But we move different. We hold ourselves to a higher regard, a higher standard. And when you know who you are, you have to. You just have to.
Yeah.
This is, you got to also understand your surroundings. When a person has never had, what is going to motivate them to do more? And I'm going to go into a little depth about that. For example, giving a man wife-like qualities before you have a ring on your finger is a big no. Because if you're already paying all his bills, and that's what he's looking for.
No, but I think that's, okay, I'm going to rebuttal against that, because I think that's what also like determines if you can be wifey material or not. Like you have to, you can't give them the whole package right away.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But they have to work for it. You feel me?
Yeah, but
So,
also at the same time, if you're his wife before, if you're moving like his wife before you have a ring on your finger, what's gonna motivate him to
some
put
of
a
these
ring on your
girls out
finger?
here, don't get me wrong, some of these girls out here, they will play wife right off the bat, and it's just like, whoa, sis, like, is he working for anything?
Right.
Is he working for like you to buy him a rollie on his wrist? Like,
Right.
come on now, like, just the same thing for guys, for girls, like, you know, does she work to get her freaking hair done? Does she work for that shit? Like, that's what you look for. You want to have somebody work for what they have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just for me. That shows how much you care, you know?
I also want to shout out my Black American Princess, Noelle K, because this is something her and I have heart-to-hearts on all the time, self-worth. Like, you know, she has very good people in her life. She's surrounded by people who love her. But there's just times where we come to each other and it's like, this is something that only we really can truly understand, you know, as members of the Circle of Solstice, Circle of Solstice gaggle. You know, that's my official gaggle. Under the House of Santana, ha ha ha, legendary bag chasers. This is just what we do, you know. And we all, keeping yourself busy is another thing. If you have your hand in every pot, you're gonna draw gold from somewhere. That's something I tell people all the time.
Yeah.
And we stay busy. We do things. We treat ourselves. We go out to eat together, you know, because we like to stay so busy to where we don't feel like we need that extra outside attention. You know, at some point in time, you're gonna get horny. At some point in time, you're gonna, you know,
Which
want
is okay.
intimate contact, body to body contact. And
I think people just need to focus on themselves before they focus on somebody else.
Mm-hmm. That's really all it is. That's really all it is.
And it's okay to have fun, but focus on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you're learning from the fun that you're having.
Guys, we're back, and now we're just gonna really talk about leading, you know, just tying this back into being busy, because if you allow things like a relationship to constantly drag you down and add stresses to your life, it's going to take you away from your career, your dreams. And the majority I surround my people with who are visionaries. Those are my people. I surround myself with people who have dreams, you know, not just the I'm living a 9 to 5, you know, and I've got comfortable with a 9 to 5 and the check to check works for me. Like, no, I surround myself with people who are hungry for something greater, you know.
I like to surround myself with people who not only see that dream but go for it, and then also get to the bag. Like, I like to surround myself with money getters, because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, I am a businesswoman, so that's what I like to surround myself with personally.
We have too much going on right now to ever be chasing in anything other than our dreams. You know, and that's another thing I'm always telling my girls. Like, the next guy that I'm checking for in my life is not going to be some hoodlum from my hood. No, he's going to be a pro bowler or a jock or a man in uniform or a man overseas or something like that.
I see myself building with somebody that, like, you know what I'm saying? That's from the same background as I am from. That, you know, or, you know, just knows how to get out of,
you know, the circle. The cycle, I should say,
right.
Because it's a cycle. If you know, a lot of times I'm always telling people, black people don't have because they don't leave anything to the next generation. You know, you see what I'm saying? We
about Dave, like, from
right,
like generation to generation, like, you know what I'm saying?
Take your name and turn it into a brand,
right?
And you're not done until you're being carried around in a palanquin and your signature becomes an autograph. When my signature is an autograph, that's when I'll stop hustling as hard as I do. You see, I just recently picked up another 9 to 5, and I'm still a full-time recording artist. My music career is not a hobby of mine. I got this shit tatted on me. This is my life. This is my 9 to 5. And my music career comes before pushing buttons for Chick-fil-A or selling phones for Assurance Wireless, which is currently what I do. And you know, you can't, if it's gonna stress you to a point where you can't get accomplished the things that really mean a lot to you, it's going to drive you insane. And I keep telling people, recently I felt myself falling back into depression, and I almost didn't escape the last one. I can't afford to allow something in my life to stress me out to the place where I just started having seizures again. I haven't even had seizures in months. And now I'm getting seizures again. Why? Because I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm not getting enough sleep because I'm doing a lot of things. But, you know, that's something that I've sacrificed. You know, sleep is something you, in this game, if you really want to make it, you're going to miss out on a little bit of sleep. And if you know anything about Ken, you know he loves his cat naps. I really don't. I nap like a cat, and they will tell you I die in my sleep. Once I'm out,
he's out.
I'm out until I get back up. That's it.
If you're trying to sleep and like he's taking up the whole bed, like you better sleep somewhere else. You better find another room. You better find a.
And she's snitching me out, but I sleep in a bed full of women. It's just me and my girls, and we pack in the bed and we warm each other. We keep each other warm.
Bed and we all like just chill there.
This is how you gotta spark this for me. Yeah, guys, you see us? We're cigar bitches. The difference between a cigar bitch and a cigarette bitch: a bitch who smokes cigarettes will whine about niggas not being good for shit but dick. A bitch who smokes a cigar is saying, I don't need a nigga for shit.
Okay, want to talk about something? Actually, okay. Ladies, please do not stoop down on your list of what you want in a person. Or actually, this goes for everybody, not just ladies, but
just don't satisfy.
Don't just humble yourself.
Right.
Like, really go for who you want to be with.
Don't settle for less.
Don't settle for less. There we go. Thank you. Don't settle for less, because like you're worth more than that. Like, know your worth. You have to know your worth. Like, I cannot stress that enough. You have to know your worth at the end of the day, because if you don't know your worth, then no one else will know your worth. You gotta teach people
and know your worth and show your worth. Like, I don't just say that I'm the Ken doll. I move like the Ken doll. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. No, everybody can't just sleep with me. No, everybody can't just smoke a blunt with me. Like, no, everybody can't sit up and drink with me, party with me, with me. No, because that's a transfer. I believe in energies, and what you surround yourself with is what you will become, what you will show. My mom is always telling me that. Keep people in your circle that are going to not drain you spiritually. You
want to have people that uplift you, have positive vibes only. I stress that all the time. Like, if you have a negative vibe, you can go.
Right.
Like, we're always somewhere that I feel like I'm in control, or like my crib, or somewhere that's public, where if you have to, you can go.
Right.
Or I'll excuse myself if I have to.
Right, we'll get up and leave. Like you can stay here. This is a public area. We're out because we don't move like that. We don't getting loud in the streets. That's just not what we're known for. We're known for being the cute, little fashionable gaggle of girls and cunts. And I don't just hang with real fish. I hang with men, straight men. I hang with gay men. I hang with trans women. I hang with trans men. If you're cool, you're cool. Mm-hmm. If period. You see what I'm saying? I prefer to surround myself with females, but that's just because the tea is always stronger. Mm-hmm. And I teach. My girls know how to read and write at the same time so well, to the point where we will notice something and all we have to do is and it's like we know what he gives. Like, and that's what I love. I have that relationship with all the females in my life. Mm-hmm. But my age, Jade, recently we went to college together. This is not our first running with each other. Facts. But I'm learning to understand her on a level that I've never once before. Mm-hmm. And on a daily, she amazes me. Even when we clash, like, we have our moments where, like, we don't always get hot. First of all, we're too dominant.
I'm a Leo.
And I'm a Virgo. Okay. Right, you see what I'm saying? So we clash. We don't agree on every single thing, but we keep it so professional. The money comes first, and that's what I love. When people keep it money first. My girl Goldie, we recently had a conversation about that, and we've learned to focus on our music. Her and I clash, But you know, when it comes to Goldie, because that's my heart, sometimes when her and I argue, it turns me on a little bit. Because it's just like, I know at the end of the day, you're not going anywhere. And that's exactly how it is with Jade. You know, at the end of the day, she's not going anywhere. I know when I'm tired, girl, come over.
Okay?
Come over. That's just what it is. Just what it is.
We don't hold grudges. Like, because you know what? Like, when you know you have a good friend, like, you guys can't, like, hold a grudge. Like, you guys will, you know, what's the word? Surpass everything. Like, every argument,
you overcome everything.
Fight, whatever. Like, we're still right here.
Right.
What are you talking about?
And she's here next to me, and this is something that's new for me, you know. I always said I wanted, you know, I'm like, why are there so many YouTubers, you know, they were smoking weed off camera. Like, you know they got high before this, just to open up just a little bit. But you know, like, I don't know, like, this is not something like you're always going to see. We just didn't have time. We are on schedule. And because we're so on schedule, instead of smoking off camera, we decided, okay, we're going to spark our line here. You see what I'm saying? And it gives what it gives.
Yeah.
You know? Oh my God. So guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm so excited. We're going to be bringing in Kim Baker and Glamazon Beauty next week. We're going to have 2 artists and 2 models. 2 of my choosing. I will be announcing them now. One of the models happens to be my mother. She's an MUA herself, Shalonda Lynn. And she's actually beginning to work on her cosmetic line as well.
Okay, congratulations,
she's
Mom.
making a name for herself, you know, where makeup is concerned. She wants to start a channel of her own. And I just think bringing her in and allowing her to be a model is good. You know, and also when I choose from giveaways, are giveaways. So if I have a giveaway and I decide I'm choosing from the audience, that's from the audience. But anytime I do 2 artists, 2 models, 2 stylists, 2 bottles, you know, natural hair tutorials, things like that, you're gonna see me bringing in members of my circle of soulsters, because it's always gonna start at home. Always have to start at home. And if it's not about the people in your circle and bringing them to a higher place as well, while you're branding yourself, you'll never get anywhere. Where branding is concerned, unless you brand the people around you, period. You have to support. When you're an artist, you have to support the artists in your corner.
I only
you see what I'm saying?
people that support me.
Also, and this is, when she sees this, is gonna be her first time knowing, but I chose Damavi here at the Rat Factory. I chose his wife. I've gotten to learn her and to know her. I've gotten to know her and learn what she's about very recently, you know, over time in the past like 2 months. And she's just such a sweetheart. I love the type of mother she is. Reminds me of my mom. So soft and so wholehearted. You know, she can snap here and there, but the way she is with her daughter, and she invests so much into her daughter, it's just, if you know what a good mom is and you see her, you're automatically gonna just put those 2 things together. She is a great mom. And also, my mother is of a darker skin tone, and I'm more than sure Kim, because she is also of a darker, richer skin, she's used to working on models of that skin tone. So I will be painting my mother in that line, and Madam Kim will be painting Damavi's wife. That is my baby. If she's of a lighter skin, she has like more of a natural glow. Kind of reminds me of Alicia Keys. So we're gonna be bringing them on next week. Stay tuned. This is something to get into, you know, and I hope you enjoyed this episode, getting to key and haw with us, you know, see what we're about. And there goes the door again. Thank you for watching this episode of King TV, and we hope to see you guys next week.
I be blunt with the truth, big up to my youth. Niggas know I'm about to drop a bomb every time I step in the booth. Sweet and wise like the truth, judging bitches like Ruth. West African.